I've been a vegan for 12 years. I started out as a vegetarian, more or less, because I had a situation when I was 19 years old. I was working as a medical lab tech and drawing blood from a patient and stuck myself with a needle and contracted hepatitis B. And from that experience, I was under the doctor's care for 9 months, and I had to change my diet, and there was no more the processed foods of the hamburgers and the French fries, and I had left home and was going to college. So I had to learn how to cook at the age of 19. And from that experience, I just on my own would just do my own research and just start preparing food the way my mother cooked. I started removing the meats from the greens, and I started adding more onions and garlic and bell peppers and spices. And then I also had an experience with studying with some Nigerians, and I learned how to cook African stews. And at that time, we were eating meat, and we included that in the stew. But over the years, I decided to start just eliminating the meat from my diet. And then that's when I started to notice I started losing the fat from my body and detoxing. And the ingredients are generally purchased based on the season. For instance, this I was looking for the red cabbage, and I didn't see the red cabbage. I had to go to Whole Foods and purchase the cabbage, because I do all of my shopping at the farmer's market. And that's where you get most of your bargains, and you know that the foods are primarily organic. So with the stew, I do a lot of different things with the stew. I make pizza out of it after I put all my vegetables and the spices, and I just pretty much, I feel like I'm an alchemist. I just create my own, food, and it's really healing. It detoxes. And you'll find that after you eat the food tonight, you will learn that this food cannot live in a toxic environment. So it will automatically start to assist you with elimination. And that's important. And once you start doing that, then you'll want to continue, since you have the recipe, to continue to start adding with what you already have, because change doesn't just necessarily happen overnight. It's a process, and that's why we're here to share this with you. And and this is my husband, Gregory Joe Bledsoe, and over the last 12 years, we've somewhat worked as a team, and we've been catering also for the past 12 years.
Now, I started off as a vegan about 34 years ago. And then when I ran into her and saw that she could cook, it was on. See, I am a Cancer. And if you know about cancers, the zodiac sign, I'm a double Cancer. Cancer rules the stomach. So, this is a litmus test. When I got to eating her food, I knew it was happening. Now, the food was so good, she was catering to people, but it was overwhelming, the number of people we had. So I said, well, look, what we've got to do is write a cookbook, because we cannot keep up with all of the demands. And not only that, we can give them other information that surrounds and supports the food. For instance, water. What kind of water should you be getting? How do you make distilled water? What's the difference between reverse osmosis? Get that information. If you're talking about your plastics, what are those recycle code numbers? What do they mean? That's something. We had to talk about the things that were relevant to us, and that was dealing with prostate and also with uterine fiber challenges. Well, I'll just tell you 2 things quickly for all of you men, and I guarantee it should put about 7 years on your life. First of all, there's a very thin layer that's of cells or membranes between the prostate, or the woman, the uterus. Now, if you're having regular movements, no problem. Unfortunately, all of us don't fall that way, okay? Some of us might be not that way for many different reasons, okay? Now, for some of you, you know, it's like you gotta go, but you wanna go in a special, wonderful place. So you wanna be able to sit down and read your book, and your brain says, I told you to go. You didn't listen. So what happens? Boop, migrate. It doesn't have to go very far. That little thin line of membrane, and bam, hits your uterus or your prostate infection. What do? Well, I tell men, and you guys have to forgive me, because I certainly believe it's kind of karmic if you come in as a man, because most men are slow. Now, most of you guys are exceptional, okay? But I think men should do as women, and that is take hot baths. When you take a hot bath, that allows that fecal matter to go back up into the bloodstream and go back where it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, we've been turned to be macho, so we take showers. That's why you women live so much longer than we do. Okay? And also in the book, in order to be healthy, it's not just what you eat. You also have to do the mental thing. So we have in the book an excerpt that's a forgiveness procedure. How you can forgive yourself and forgive others, because you cannot heal if you're holding on to all of that, what? Okay.
Negativity.
Absolutely. And also scientifically, I have in there, believe it or not, my message, Dr. Joe, to you, most men are slow. Just read it so you'll understand. Because, see, I'm slow. My wife can tell you, okay? But because I didn't know, and I thought all women knew that the majority of us men were slow, and that we don't mature until we get to start to mature when we get to be 50, right around 50. Does that sound about right, ladies? Okay. Now, and so what I found that by putting this information out there, like other things we have, it's liberating and it lets you go. You know what it's like to feel that you're superior to a woman and all you can do is carry something heavy for a short period of time, and that's where it ends? Okay, so I won't say any more. The food that we have, Ayana's been so gracious. My wife, she fixed, over here, we have yams, and we did it with coconut oil, and we kind of soaked it, and yes. Eggplant is here. We have the salad here. I did the cornbread. So as you can see in there, you have the recipe for your vegan cornbread.
Are you guys, how long before your book come out?
We're looking at next month.
Next month it'll be out.
Yeah, next month, yeah, around the end of the month. We have a family reunion coming up in the end of July. And some of the family members, they've had, 16 reunions every 2 years, so it's been 30-something years. And they said, family members are dying. We need to get that book. They said, hurry. They said, hurry, be swift.
Be swift. Well, one of the last family reunions we went to, the food was that kind of food. Okay, the next night they announced how many people were in the hospital?
About 3 of them were sick, eating that food because
it's dead food. Oh, microwave. Oh, please. Don't do it. Now look, the micro radiation dissipates, cools down. But most people microwave after they heat it up, right?
Right.
So leave it alone.
Right. Oh.
In other words, radiation that goes in there, it makes the molecules in whatever it is, vegetables, want to spin really, really, really fast. That's great. Heat cooks it, but it also destroys the food. It tears apart the nutrients, the fibers. And what happens? You are eating mostly dead food. What does that mean? That means your poor parts of your body have to work to clean it up. Like your pancreas has to put out more insulin to clean up this dead stuff that it's not getting the nutritional transfer from. So you end up with diabetes just by eating food.
Yeah, I stopped using a microwave about 13 years ago. When I moved into a new place, I left that microwave and I have not gone back to it. I'm so happy.
The leakage just being in front of a perfectly good working microwave. They used to call them radiation ovens.
Okay.
Okay. but that didn't sell too well
No, it
commercially.
would
So
never.
they called it microwave ovens, okay? Now, Nasir and I were fortunate to meet Dr. Nomo of Ethiopia, and in his research, he told us that we Africans did not eat meat 5,000 years ago.
Absolutely.
And as a result of us not eating meat, we were able to communicate with the animals, albeit telepathically, but we communicated. And I figured, well, if you ate my mom and my cousin, I wouldn't talk to you either.
Absolutely.
Hi, Dr. Gregory Joe Bledsoe. Call me Dr. Joe. My wife and I have come up with this incredible vegan cookbook. Eat your way to a healthy life. It's spicy, tasty vegan cuisine.
Hi, my name is Nasira Ajila. I am here to present our book, Spicy, Tasty Vegan Cuisine. Check our website out at spicytastyvegan.com.